Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be doing a late Black History Month video, so a happy late Black History Month. And the one that it's going to be is Alastor's childhood friend, which is an AU where Alastor had a childhood friend who he was Yandere for, that he fell in love with and became Yandere for in hell. He is right now still alive and in the human world and is still young in his youth. Now, anyways, let's get on to the disclaimers. Disclaimer number one: Alastor is asexual in canon, and this means he has a lack of adult fun time attraction, but he can still choose to have adult fun time because the physical act of adult fun time and libido, which is the level of interest that not interest but physical need for adult fun time, is not defined on attraction itself. So he is asexual in canon, but in this, he is going to be like cupiosexual, which means he enjoys the actions of romance in adult fun time and chooses to have actions of romance in adult fun time with his partner because he likes the actions of it, even without the adult fun time attraction. That is that. Now, disclaimer number two: the past was a piece of poo, 100%. 100% a piece of poo. It was disgusting and despicable and all the worst fucking things. Excuse my language. But, anyways, it was all the worst freaking things, and that the past was just horrible. So, there will be references to the time typical racism and stuff. I will try to keep it to a minimum and such. Disclaimer number three: that Alastor is Creole, which is mostly a part of European settlers and African Americans, maybe with sometimes a mix of Native American into a person of the Louisiana, New Orleans area, and it's not just a thing of just culture, and it's not just a race thing. It's about culture, religion, and all that stuff. But you specifically have to be born native and that and have that genetic background to be considered Creole. I think that's how it is anyways. I might be wrong, but he is canon Creole. So that is for that, for so you know why. Anyways, the last disclaimer. Disclaimer: Alastor is not Yandere canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and Yanderes is fine. Just do not be illegal or gross about it. You know who you are, you dirty flaky biscuits. Yeah, and Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life. Also, remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Thank you. Now let's get on to business. As you were getting ready for your date, you were perfectly done. Your makeup was done nice enough that helped hide the bruises that you had, and you walk out with your treats that you got from your mom for the picnic you were having with Alastor, since it was time for your guys' dates. You walked over and saw Alastor waiting for you, picnic basket and blanket in arms. You smiled at him and he took you onto his boat where you guys have many dates to be actual, and you were driven up the swamp that was near your guys' homes. You smiled at Alistair, but were thinking, Alistair couldn't have done anything to those girls, could he? He was with you the whole night. But then again, you were asleep, but there was no way he could have gotten away so freaking fast. You were worried and just getting into your head. You will ask him in a bit. He set out the food, showing you that he made jambalaya, which was mouthwatering just the look at it, and also a few other things that he knew you would like. You also got lemon tarts that were very, very, well, not bitter, but they weren't very overly sweet. My mom made them special. She said they're not too sweet and that they have a more bitter, acidic taste, and she thought you might like them. Oh, you know how I. Please, Alistair, she worked really hard on them, you say to him, and he nods his head, lifting his hand up and biting into it. He was worried it would be packed full of sugar because he did not like sweets, not one bit. He liked more bitter, salty things, and meats particularly. But this had the right amount of bitter and acidic with just the lightest touch of sweet that he barely noticed it. He was very surprised. Your mother is going to have to give me this recipe, he said, taking a much bigger bite now, and you smiled. She will also have to teach me it. This is the first baked good that you like that is not like rejected by you, you say with a laugh, and he smiles and nods, finishing the baked good. He rarely had sweets, so this was a very rare treat for him as well. Uh, My mother would want the recipe as well. She loves to bake, but I don't really care for what she bakes. You nodded your head. I'll get my mom to give us the recipe so we can all spoil you rotten, you tell him. And he smiles, and you smile back. You guys start to eat and watch the swamp as the time goes by, and you finally brought it up. Alistair, you know those girls that attacked me? Yes, my love, he asks, looking at you. Did you do anything to them? Why do you ask? He asks you. Well, they were found. I don't know the details, but they at least have gone missing. And my mother asked me what happened, and I don't know what is fully going on. You tell him. Is is there any way you? Why would I do such a thing? I would not risk going to jail for some floozies like that. Who, even if they harmed you, and even if they I could get away with it, I would not do it because I know you would not want me to, he says. But he was confidently lying to you, straight to your face. He had done things, and he had unalived those three girls because they had crossed the line and hurt you. You nodded your head in understanding. Thanks, Alistair, for being honest with me. He was not. And you smile and continue to eat. But you had an odd feeling. You kept seeing that Alistair kept looking at you, and his smile felt a little bit strained, but you were just getting into your head, or maybe it was the light of things, the light in the swamp catching things. You guys made it back to the nice and safe inn, and then you guys took each other's hand and walked into the forest that is around the swamp as well, hand in hand, and you guys went into a clearing and looked at the stars. He laid out the blanket again from the boat that he had taken from the boat and laid it out for you and him to lay on. The stars were up, and you took his hand, holding it in yours. It was a very sweet moment, and you looked up at the stars with him as he pointed out constellations to you, and you rested your head on his shoulder a bit. This was very sweet, and it made everything just melt away. You were unaware that Alistair would unalive people for you, and how dangerous he absolutely was. And that one's the Little Dipper, he says, pointing at it, and you pointed at it as well. Pointed at it as well. That is so cool. Where did you learn all this, Alistair? My mother, she taught me a lot of things, more than my father ever taught me. He says, you nodded your head and roll on your side to look at him. He does the same. And now you guys are face to face. Alistair, I know you love me. And I know you don't feel that thing as other people do. But will we ever, you try to make a face to gesture what you mean. I would do it for you because doing the acts of kissing and touching you fill me with such joy, and I enjoy that. I think even though there isn't a full attraction to you in the carnal way, I would still desire to be with you intimately, he says, and takes your hand in his, kissing in it, kissing it. You smile at him and he smiles at you, and he pulls you close, kissing you on the lips. You kiss back and gripped his shirt. It got a bit heated. You guys didn't go all the way, but you guys did feel each other up through clothing and had gotten very breathy while at pulling away and panting as you are a little bit disheveled now with his hands that were in your hair. That was nice, you said, breathlessly, as you never had gone that far. With Alistair, it was scandalous to do it out in public, even. I know, it was amazing. I cannot wait to marry you. You blushed at the idea and buried your face into his clove chest. Don't talk like that. It's far too soon for that, you say, embarrassed, and he chuckles, stroking your hair. He would marry you if it's the last thing he does. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. It is a bit shorter on the plot stuff. But I honestly didn't know what to do with this video, and I was procrastinating for the last 2 days because of it. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do that and all that good stuff. And if there's anything you want to see in this mini series with childhood friend Alistair, Alistair's childhood friend, Comment it below, and I will do my best to add it and all that good stuff. And now, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Gav. I appreciate you all. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it and all that good stuff. And stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Outro time, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro, and baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro, and the secret outro question of the day is: Would you feel? What would you feel in this situation if you asked Alistair what happened to these girls that were missing, that attacked you, and he possibly have this feeling of dread and on trusting you that he did something, but you're not fully sure. I would probably be duped easily because I am a little bit gullible, I won't lie. So I'd probably be duped by Alistair very easily. Anyways, how would you react personally? Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and happy belated Black History Month. Bye bye.